Welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing the isiFederal Market Essentials Package, and the best place to go for that is isiFederal.com. You click on Intelligence, and you'll be able to download the two sample files. One is a PDF format, and the other is an Excel format with the supporting data, so be able to access those. If you go over to the PDF, we'll review that. First thing is there's tabs on the right-hand side so you can quick access the different areas of the report. We start out with an executive summary. This is how the federal market applies to you, your company, your competitive environment, and what is driving the market within the federal government for your products and services. In this instance, we look at a very niche-oriented marketplace, the specialty air-conditioned market. And if we don't just look at the product-oriented piece or the service-oriented piece, we also look at where this specialty air conditioning is being used. We call these feeders, and these are very important because oftentimes purchasing for products and services may be part of a larger purchase. Certainly we look for the primary NAICS code. In this instance, it's plumbing, heating, and air conditioning contractors. Makes sense since it's air conditioning. The market segment revenue for the totals for this. We have the average contract, which is very important because we always look to find the under-the-radar opportunities. Speaking of under-the-radar opportunities, in most instances, in almost every industry, we find that most of the contracts are competed between 5 or less companies. This is important when we're looking for your sweet spot. Some of the buying patterns that are very important are the time of year when the government is purchasing what you sell. No surprise here since September is the fiscal year end. And we continue to move through these to explain how the feeders work in reference to your company and the best way to be able to identify the most important buyers in your marketplace. We do the same thing with the feeders as I mentioned earlier. Take a look at this. Every one of these spikes, September. No surprise again. Then we give you the recommended action steps for how to go about reaching this marketplace. And this is the high-level overview as well as some of the details specifically for how you can compete in your market. If we bounce over to the Excel document, this is all the supporting data for the report. This is the dashboard for cool-down HVAC, and we're going to dive into each one of these areas so that you can see how it works. Here we have our main market. We see 36 million is the total and change. But let's take a look at feeder 1. Now, your specialty HVAC will be a small subcomponent of this, but look at the market value, $4.3 billion. The total HVAC market, $4.78 billion. Feeder 3 is facility support when they need something done to a building, almost $145 billion. And industrial equipment, which is what HVAC equipment is classified when they need repairs. So there's another almost $8 billion. Now, when we examine this marketplace, we know each one of these areas operate in every one of the agencies that are out there. That's why it's important to let the market drive your strategy. And the way we do that is finding the who that matters to you. In this instance, for the main contacts, here we are. These are the primary people responsible for buying specialty HVAC products and services. We have their email address. We have their phone number. You can export this and import it into a CRM module if you like, or you can utilize ours. At any time, you can click up here in the left-hand corner to return back to the summary page so that you can then dive down into what area you would like to. And who are the folks that are responsible for buying data center type purchases? Critical, because these are the same people that are responsible for buying the specialty HVAC in data centers. So here we have, again, names, email address, phone numbers, and their street addresses. Again, you can click right here to return back to the summary. In addition to your overall marketplace, we dive down into very specific competitors, the ones that you know you either compete well against or the very large folks that are out there that you want to emulate. Let's take a look at MCOR. MCOR is one of the largest companies in the federal government. They did $1.1 billion in this particular market segment. Let's take a look. If we dive down and see who are the 190 people that are responsible for buying from EMCOR? We find EMCOR in our research down here. We can go right to the contacts, and here they are. Now, we utilize this information in multiple ways. First of all, if we see a project from the Navy with Robert Roune's name on it, what are the chances that it's going to go to EMCOR? Well, considering that he did 461 contracts to the tune of $30 million, this is the kind of information that you need to effectively target and effectively go after these folks so that you can steal their business. In fact, these are the top purchasers for EMCOR right here. You can tell by the number of contracts. You can do the sort here, and you can also sort by the total spend. Now, if we take a look at this, here we are looking at the primary people within the federal space. Then we can take a look at the agencies. We can see who's doing the spending, where we may want to concentrate our efforts. We see how they're classified, their NAICS codes, their PSEs. This kind of gets us in the heads of the buyers on the other side to say, how are they viewing what we sell? Take some time to examine both the PDF and the Excel document. Go back and forth, do some searches, do some sorts, and you'll see this will give you exactly what you need so that you can plan effectively for your federal strategy. Again, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to working with you. Have a great day.